For my exhibition project, I chose to create a wiki space. Wiki spaces are great tools to use within the classroom, within collaboration between teachers, between administration, and also your students are able to use the wiki in a safe environment because you can create it to where it's private and you have to invite members to access anything on your wiki. This year within my classroom, I created a wiki for all of the 4th grade to use on an animal research project where it just kind of created a safe place for them to access reputable sources that we thought would give them enough information for the animal they were researching and limited the possibility of encountering any inappropriate content on the website or Google Images by just opening a web browser and searching for their animal. This eliminated that possibility and they were able to use it pretty easily. For my exhibition project, on the right you'll see 7 pages, each with a title of the big ideas for our project. The first one being collaboration between general and special educators. Within each page, I've embedded resources, could be websites, videos, journal articles, anything that I thought would be a great resource for both special education and general education teachers to utilize, and I planned on sharing it with some of the teachers that I work with who are looking for those resources. This video is actually teachers at a school working together to create lesson plans and putting them on the wiki space along with the resources, and then that wiki is then shared with every teacher within their district. So it creates an environment similar to CPALMs where there's collaboration and easy tool to use. The next one's behavior. Gives some strategies, a book that's out there if you're interested that talks about behavior impacts with students with disabilities. This is a TED Talk of a person named Susan Cain who is actually an introvert, and she talks about her struggles of working with groups because she's an introvert and how she's kind of overcome that. The next one is Common Core and how it can support students with disabilities. This image on the left is actually a quote from Albert Einstein. He says, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. And I thought that kind of fit with Common Core, how we're moving to a shift where students are able to access information, curriculum in new ways, in different ways, that they are able to make sense themselves and kind of have ownership over their learning. Also, other websites that we used within the classroom and a journal article that touches base on how Common Core kind of impacts students with disabilities. The next one's impact of law and history. This is a video from the White House and Barack Obama with the science fair, and talks about how the need for STEM education is increasing. I've also embedded a Prezi, which I thought was kind of cool. It shows the history of special education, and it starts within Europe and then moves over to the United States and talks about the different laws that we learned about within our class this semester and its impact on special education. So I thought that was really cool. Going back up, we have the impact of student learning in STEM through technology, which was one of my favorite pages, trying to find different ways to meet the universal design for learning with technology. And now students have access to a lot more than they have before. And our learning and teaching is going to be changing and already has changed. This video is really cool. What Schools Don't Teach talks about all of these professionals who've created Twitter and Dropbox and Facebook, and you know, obviously you have Bill Gates up there talking about how they learn to code and do computer programming outside of their elementary and secondary education, but they had to really kind of teach themselves. Another one of my favorites was the inclusive education in STEM, a great prezi on different strategies, and then a lot of different resources here as well. And the last one, reading, writing, and social skill instruction. And so lots of different websites for tools for literacy and students with disabilities. And then also some of the Teaching Exceptional Children journal articles. I hope you're able to get onto my wiki and kind of navigate through some of those great resources and even share it with some of your professional teachers as well.